So here's my tool stack as a venture capital investor in January 2026. I'm Andre, one of the general partners at Earlybird Venture Capital, pan-European early-stage VC firm with more than 2.5 billion in assets under management, and I write a weekly newsletter called Data-Driven VC that's read by more than 40,000 investors. So the landscape of different tools has evolved a lot. I've been tracking it for the past 8 years and it has grown from 100 to now more than 1,000 different tools dedicated for venture capital investors. And it's oftentimes difficult to find out what are the right tools to use. So in this episode, I will show you what my top 30 tools as a venture capital investors look like today. And in the next episodes, I'll dive deeper. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel to not miss any future content. So here's my top 30 VC investor tool list, clustered by 7 different categories. Firstly, there's the systems of record. We have been customers to Affinity, the most prominent VC-focused CRM system for the past 8 years, and we use it as a system of record for our deal flow, for our portfolio companies, and all related information. Secondly, we use Vestberry. Vestberry is primarily dedicated to our existing portfolio. We use it for portfolio monitoring, we use it for portfolio reporting from the startups to us as the VC. Then thirdly, we use Fundrbird. Fundrbird is a reporting tool between us as the GP and the limited partners who invest into our funds. It also allows to run different kind of votings, different polls and so on for your LP investors into the fund. Lastly, we use Carta. We use it primarily for cap table management and storing shared certificates. Second category, data and signals. So this is probably the most noisy category of all because there have been many players evolving, all with similar or same claims. After long testing and research, these are the 4 tools that we use today. We primarily use Harmonic as sourcing and enrichment provider. We use Dealroom and we use Crunchbase. And then lastly, we use Clay to continuously enrich with different kind of web data. The mix of these 3, Harmonic, Dealroom and Crunchbase, has proven to be quite reliable for us for sourcing information, but also enrichment, both in terms of coverage and accuracy. I've published also in the past different papers where we benchmark the coverage and accuracy. They are available at datadrivenvc.io. Thirdly, we have the scraping and search infrastructure. We use ScraperAPI as the infrastructure provider for a proxy network that allows us to execute different kind of scraping jobs. We use PhantomBuster as a direct provider where we can hand over credentials for specific services and collect the data at scale. And then thirdly, we use Exa as the search infrastructure. Then fourth, we have the AI assistants. AI assistants are at the core of everything that we do. I started initially using OpenAI ChatGPT, which is also lots of the content that I've written about in Data-Driven VC. Over time, I started adding Google Gemini, specifically due to the strength in multimodality in the last couple of months. And then, say in the past 1 or 2 months, I started exploring Claude Code, which will also be a key focus for future videos I'll be uploading to this channel. Then the 5th category, and that's very closely related to our AI assistants, is the automation tools. Historically, we have used primarily Zapier because it just was one of the most prominent providers back then in 2018, 19, 20. But then over the last couple of years, we started building new workflows in n8n, which turns out to be, yes, a more technical solution, but also one that has way more customization and also a very strong community with templates behind it. So it provides way more freedom for us to build. Then the 6th category is more general productivity, where we use tools like Granola. Granola is very strong for online and offline meeting transcription. It also integrates with other tools like Affinity, for example, and can push the notes directly into the system. I use Calendly for calendar scheduling, Grammerly as a browser plugin for also grammar checking. I use Loom not only for this video, but also for other internal and external communication, very quickly record a video and send it over. Use Notion for knowledge management, Slack and WhatsApp for communication. And then lastly, we have a bucket of others. This bucket obviously is way more than the tools that you see in here, but those are some of the most important tools for us. We use the GSuite across email and the G Drive for storing. We use DocuSign for document signature, Travelperk for travel booking. We use Personio for internal HR management. We use Payhawk for different kind of expense management, DocSend for sharing documents and looking at the analytics, and then SurveyMonkey for internal and external surveys, which also provides nice analytics. So this is, in short, my top 30 VC investor tools as of January 2026. This landscape changes over time, and I will provide more updates in the future. But more importantly, I will provide deep dives into most of these tools here, and specifically the combination of Claude Code and n8n for automation in the next videos. So make sure to subscribe and also look up the newsletter Data Driven VC. Ciao.